Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to the channel. Today I am scrapbooking this photo of my husband and I in Walt Disney World. And I'm going to use these puddle jumping dies, which are the cutting die of the month from Brutus Monroe. It's got boots and decorations, umbrellas and raindrops, of course, and a couple of fun words. And then I thought I would do some sort of mixed media background with my Chroma Glazes. So let's see what I can do. All right, guys, so I have my die cutting machine out. It's just the little one, which is perfect for these dies of the month because they're not going to be huge, right? Not saying that they haven't been ever been huge, but these aren't huge and they work great with my little die cut machine. So I go ahead and run through multiple times. I'm not going to make you watch me die cut everything over and over and over again because nobody wants to watch that. But now I'm going to go ahead and create my background so that I can get the decorations on there. Now I am using the Sophisticated Spring paper pad. That's where these little plaid papers are coming out. The background papers are papers that I pulled out of my stash. So I'm just figuring out how I want them to layer up. This is a photo of my husband and I in Walt Disney World, and you can see the storm clouds behind us in this photo. So I figured that these cutting dies would be absolutely perfect to go with this photo. Now I'm taking my Chroma Glaze and I have 3 separate colors. And I also have this white wood grain paper that I've trimmed down. So I'm going to grab a silicone brush and I'm going to take my Chroma Glaze and just basically paint over the white wood grain because I don't want it to be white. I want it to be colorful. The photo definitely has this gray feeling to it because of the storm cloud, so I want it to be as colorful as possible. So I am just going to keep on placing the Chroma Glaze here. And as you can see, I kind of count it to see where my next pattern of blue was going to be. So I'm going to have the blue here, the purple, and the green. And yes, I did say purple. That is a thing in our family. We don't have purple in the Reverski household, guys. We have purple. So I'm going to place that down as well. Now the beautiful thing about Chroma Glaze is that when it dries, it still has a sheen to it. So it's not going to dry and look like paper. It's gonna be shiny, which is really, really awesome. So now that I've got those 2 colors down, I'm gonna add the final color. And I decide not to go with green. I decide to go with the pink color instead, and I really do love the way that this turns out. So you can do this. It doesn't have to be a pattern piece of paper that you can put your Chroma Glaze on top and color. You could put it over white cardstock if you want it to. If you wanted that color of Chroma Glaze on your layout or your card or whatever kind of project you're working on, it makes the magic happen, you guys. Makes the magic happen. Now I'm also taking the pink Chroma Glaze and placing it over top of my patterned paper. And the reason why I'm doing this, and I'm doing it super thin, is my polka dots on this paper are really kind of a creamy white color, almost an ecru color. And I figure just adding that on there is just going to give it that extra pop and that extra punch that I want for this layout. So now I have my rain boots die cut. I have the treads die cut out. I have the umbrella pieces die cut out. And I am just going to now go ahead and put them all together. So these plaid patterns that I'm using are also from that Sophisticated Spring paper pack, which is right up there at the top of the screen. Now I will tell you that Brutus Monroe knows how to do a plaid paper. Like, they are just 100% awesome. This is definitely going to be a paper pack that I buy multiple times, just like the Playful Plaid paper pack, because like I said, they know how to do a plaid, and they're beautiful. A great paper that you can use for many things. Doesn't even have to be for springtime stuff, you guys. Like, their plaids are gorgeous. So now I've got that Chroma Glazed paper down over top of my layout, and as you can see, I was trying to figure out if I want it to go into a vertical direction or horizontal direction. And then I'm still messing around because I'm not exactly sure how I want this layout to go. Like, I love these little yellow plaid rain boots with the black, like, it looks like big, thick black rubber tread on them. Totally screams rain boots, not rainboats. And until last week, we lived in California, and rain boots are definitely a thing. There is a rainy season in California, and people wear rain boots during it. It's totally wild to me. Haven't been here in Washington long enough to know if people wear rain boots on the regular, but it has rained pretty regularly up here, but it's also super sunshiny. Anyway, so enough about the weather in the different states we've lived in. Now I'm just trying to figure out how I want the rest of the boots to go, and the kind of title and sentiment and the umbrella. So what I'm doing is I'm just kind of placing these guys around the page to figure out where I like them. And that's the beautiful thing about die cuts, is as long as you don't adhere them down to the page, you can move them to your little heart's content until you figure out exactly what you want to do. Now, as you can see, I wanted to layer up the umbrella with this rain boot. So I did kind of extend the rain boot, and I did that just by cutting it apart. And you would never know that it was a different thing because you can't see it. Like, it's hidden by the umbrella. Now I went ahead and placed down that "You Are My Sunshine." And since there are little pops of black on this layout with the rubber tread on the rain boots, and also the title, I went ahead and pulled in some things from my stash, which is this little curly Q kind of framey bit right here. Now, I also had cut out some just plain black boots, but ultimately I decided that that was just too much of a, just like a blob of black color on this bright layout. I felt like I needed to combat that dark, stormy sky in the photo, so I made sure everything was super bright. I added my journaling, and then I'm going to add some sketchy border lines here over top of the Chroma Glazed portion right here. And then that is going to do it for this layout, you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys again real soon for another video.